Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to look at arguing with staff. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 10th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, and my new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni suru no wa yamimashou. And all of my books are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Touches in no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is jisabokeda. 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 What this means is I am suffering from jet lag and my brain is not working correctly. Jisabokeda. 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 Flying from Japan to the States, for example, always a problem when you get there. Can't get to sleep organized, fall asleep 3 o'clock in the afternoon during the meeting. Brain's all foggy. So when someone says to you, what's wrong? You can just say, jisabokeda. 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 I am jet lagged. My brain is not functioning. Jisabokeda. Jisabokeda. This is episode number 507. 507. Wow, 507. And today, it was just like yesterday, we got up to 500, but here we are. It's 507. Today we're talking about, should the boss argue with the staff? Some may believe that it's better to have staff who will argue back than have a room full of yes men and yes women. In Japan in particular, it is hard to get anyone to dispute the boss's opinion. So if we get counterpoints to what we think, we should be popping corks and celebrating. This is a fine line for staff to tread. How can they raise issues with the boss without seeming to be in opposition with what the boss thinks or wants? We hear a lot of talk about the importance of creating a psychologically safe environment, and most of this is coming out of the West. Japan certainly didn't pioneer or promulgate this idea. Are bosses really comfortable with a psychologically safe environment where their staff can challenge them on what they want done? There's a lot of other rhetoric around becoming the servant leader. The idea being that the boss's job is to help the staff succeed, clearing obstacles and empowering people to go forth and prosper. The problem with a lot of this is we're dealing with human beings who are emotional, status conscious, suffering from doubts, and imposter syndrome. The boss can be a fragile creature. They often wear the mantle of leadership heavily on their shoulders, are constantly wondering if what they have strategized was correct and whether they have what it takes to move the enterprise forward to success. The super confident boss is another danger. They have no doubts about their own ability and are going to crash through or crash. These sorts of people can blow up an organization if what they have decided doesn't work or is incorrect in its assumptions. Confidence is a double-edged blade which must be wielded carefully. Good to have surety, just not too much. Bosses are usually in the grip of a death spiral of too many meetings and too much email. In other words, they are chronically time poor. This definitely translates into not much coaching going on for the team. The classic error is to equate handing out orders like a pirate captain with actually coaching the team members. There's a world of difference there, which should be obvious, but in a time-constrained world, it is often masked and unclear as to what is really happening. It also translates into a type of boss shorthand communication style, which is taking minimalism to a new low. Speaking in headlines replaces speaking in full paragraphs, as the words pour forth in a staccato, rapid-fire fashion as the whirling dervish boss moves from one work scene to the next. When the boss hits resistance, they're usually flying along, and their reaction is rarely positive. Being reasonable and contemplative needs time to consider, to ponder, to reflect on the issue and its ramifications. It's much simpler to bark out an order and keep moving. Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. On the 12th of April, we're doing our Dale Carnegie course. Really, really excellent program. This is, Kaizen on this program is incredible. Dale Carnegie designed this course in the 1920s, and here we are 100 years later, we're still teaching it, simply because it works. It works in all countries, all languages, right through time. I mean, the course has changed over the years, but the fundamentals don't change because we as human beings, basically, we don't change much either. So all the problems they had 100 years ago, we still got them today. All the solutions we seek 100 years ago, we need them today. And they're in this course. Brilliant program. If you haven't done it, find out about it because it is really great for mindset, communication, people skills, leadership, and solving all your stress-related problems. It's great. On the 20th of April, we'll be doing a high-impact presentations course, personal favourite of mine as far as teaching it goes. Really see people blossom and grow in just 2 days of the main modules. We have 2 instructors, everything videoed, massive feedback, massive coaching, massive improvement, rapid rate of turnaround here. By the afternoon of day 1, the participants in the course have completely turned 180 degrees. For the morning and into the early afternoon, they're focused on themselves. Oh, what am I going to say? How do I look? I've got to remember to do this, do that. Yeah, I have to do this, do that. By the afternoon, they're now concentrating on their audience. They've forgotten about themselves. They're focused on the people who are listening. They're engaging the audience. They're really targeting the audience with the message. Huge. And that's in the first day. That's by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on day 1. Awesome program. If you haven't done it, check it out. It's really something that should be in your arsenal of your professional skills. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. That's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching video, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. Bosses are usually more skilled, more experienced, and more senior than their staff. They are better informed of what is going on inside the organization and get regular updates from the senior executives so that they are highly in tune with the strategic direction of the firm. They're giant sponges who who absorb all of this information, and they are miserly when it comes to sharing it with the staff. This can be a protective device to monopolize information so that they remain in control, or it could be they don't remember to share because they're simply too busy. The upshot is they feel they don't need to listen to opinions from staff because they know more and know better. Staff popping up with ideas can be brusquely dismissed as a result, with little thought to the impact of that dismissal. Bosses are like sharks. They keep swimming and cannot stop moving. They don't linger long. What can the boss do instead? Firstly, stop. Stop whatever they are doing or thinking and really concentrate on what they're being told by their staff. This means trying to plumb all of the body language and words for what isn't being stated openly. Trying to fill in the gaps of the conversation, to try and get a read on what is really happening. Question what is being conveyed to get more depth to the point. Often we are all talk, as if the other person is privy to our thoughts and they can understand the context. That is actually rarely the case, and getting to the background makes a big difference when weighing up options for a response. Let the other person do most of the talking. This is painful for busy bosses. Their brain is racing ahead, plugging into all the data and intelligence they've picked up inside the enterprise and out in the market. They are rapidly scrambling all this together to arrive at a point of view on the topic. The temptation is to go straight into tell mode and start sprouting ideas and suggestions and soon orders in rapid succession. Better to pause and ask what their staff member thinks is the way forward. What they think may in fact be low value or even useless. But the point of asking is the key. It is up to the boss to weigh what they are being told against what they think and make a judgment. The issue isn't don't short-circuit everything and tell the staff what to do without giving them a shot at some ownership of the next steps. If the staff member has an opposite opinion, easiest thing in the world is stand up tall, pull rank, and start issuing declarations. This is where the discipline part of leadership has to kick in. We have to restrain our natural reaction, which is to crush all opposition and smash through all obstacles standing in our path. Hear them out. Don't make an instant judgment unless it is a burning platform item. Think on it. Even if you've made up your mind, a bit more thought may dissuade you from your first reaction, and it also shows the staff that you are taking their idea seriously. Remember, getting a member of staff to be brave enough to tell the boss they are wrong is like a treasure in Japan, so we should savor the moment. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.